What is going on, Entertainment? So I'm coming out with another video. So I know these videos, this video is coming a little bit late, but I wanted to make sure I got everything I wanted to hit on down. So we talking basketball wives, Orlando, LA, Married to Medicine, and Potomac Housewife. So first, let's start off with basketball wives, LA. I felt so bad for Vanessa this latest episode, and everything now makes sense. It all makes sense. That's why she calls herself the tax collector, whatever that thing she calls herself, because she likes to find tea on other people and defend other people because she low-key can't do it herself. The way that her husband was talking to her, I was like, damn. She couldn't get a word in edgewise. So we see throughout the episode she's trying to like get a new studio for her basketball business that she has, that she's already started. She's trying to expand. So she goes, tells the husband, she's like, hey, this is the location we found or whatever. Like, what do you think? He's like, no. What do you think about renewing our vibes? No. What do you think about moving to LA? No. I said, yeah, you need a guy. Now I see why you act the way that you do. Like, that was so messed up. That husband, you should be ashamed of yourself for what you did on that episode, because you treated her like complete shit. She was like hot garbage on that episode, the way that you treated that lady. I felt so bad for poor Vanessa. And really, to be honest, she could really be doing her own thing, because around that time y'all was filming, y'all wasn't even living in the same state. So if she was really slick, she could have been getting dicked down by some LA crip, and you would never know. So the fact that he was so like, it was like he was standoffish. I don't know if it was because of the cameras. I don't know if it's because they haven't seen each other in a minute and they're being around each other for, like, not the first time, but like in a long period of time. But Vanessa, run 5 miles away, 7 miles away. Now I see why Evelyn thought that he was knocking you upside your head, allegedly, because that scene was weird to me. That scene was so weird to me, and it left a bad taste in my mouth. And I see why Evelyn was alluding to certain things, even though Vanessa has went and denied it. I could see why she was alluding those things, because that was really bad. Like, pray for Vanessa and her. Now, Britney, this show not for you. It is okay. Britney, you belong on Zeus. Like, it's just not your speed. Like, you just are not. It doesn't seem like she want to be there. Every two scenes, she's complaining about how she don't want to be around the girls. She's like, these group of girls, the way that, they pick and choose certain things that go, I don't really like it. I don't know if being around these group of girls is really for me. And it's not sitting right in my spirit. It's like, okay, girl, like, you have not had that hard of a season. I trust and believe. Ask OG. They caught her on top of black monkeys. And, oh my God. When she was on the show, you would have thought they allowed a man to get casted on the show. The people hated her for days and days. She got media backlash. She done got sued. Shawnee couldn't stand her. She had to expose VH1 before she left. Like, this girl had a hard time on VH1. You are not that, it's not that bad of an experience. I get what she means with they sort of pick and choose. I get it. But please do not sit here and act as if you're going through like tumultuous times being around these women. Like, stop. You getting a check and you're going to be okay. Britney is dramatic. I was like, God damn, girl. Like, I get her. I guess her stress in real life and her stress on the show started to combine, but I just felt like she was being a little bit over dramatic. Like, it wasn't that deep to me. And then also, we saw in this event, in this episode, we saw Brooke throw her cancer event, not her cancer event, her daughter's event and John Sally was there. Thank God, y'all. John Sally is back hosting a reunion. Please, thank you. Finally, VH1 did something right. Because that dude that was hosting that reunion, Mark Lamont, I don't hate him, but he shouldn't be a host for no Basketball Wives. Because it didn't seem like he watched the show. And not even that, he was picking. And he was playing favorites. And I didn't like that. It seemed like he had something against OG and made OG seem like the villain. So thank you, John, for returning. I'm so happy that he's back. Anyways, the event was really, really nice. It was good how they did it. It was like a bidding process. And they had a bid on items. Now I know why Brooke is on this show. The bitch got connections. Brooke know people that know people that know people that know Lil Wayne and people. I said, okay, that's why Brooke is on the show. Because she may not be a basketball wife because she's divorcing, which I think she should stay with the dude. But she has the name. She has like the clout of a basketball wife. So I think that's like the main reason why she's on the show too. Now, when it comes to Clayana and Britney meeting and everything, talking about everything that went on, Clayana seems to forget the fact that some of the times she was in the wrong. You weren't innocent all of the time. Because you walking over there, standing over Jennifer like that was crazy. That was like straight out of a scary movie. And you thought that you was in the right with that. Like, you was wrong for that. So, like, cut the innocent talk, okay? This season, though, it's a little dry. The ratings are not that great as the last season. British even said on her interview with Carlos. It started off good, but then it got really, really, really dry towards the end. And then it looks like we're getting a finale either next week or the week after next. Jennifer boyfriend. I still think he's trying to get a lick off of Jennifer. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm allowed to have it. I feel like he's trying to get a good lick off of Jennifer. Because I just feel it. I just feel it. I really feel it. Next week we see him confronting Vanessa. I get your feelings and all, but like, pipe down, sir. You know that was really for the show. That was mostly for the show. I'm sorry. I think a producer kind of gave Vanessa a nod to do that. I really doubt she said, hey, I'm going to take it upon myself for fun because I have nothing better else to do. And I have all these kids to watch over and businesses to try to, get up and running. I'm just going to look up her boyfriend's background. No, producers gave her the heads up. I could tell 100% for sure. Besides that, the season to me is giving very much like 5 out of 10 because it started off strong but ended off weak. Okay, now off to Married to Medicine. We're just gonna get to the nitty gritty. Quad. Okay, this is your karma for what you did to Mariah. Did I feel a little bad for her while she was sitting there? Yes. But Quad doesn't know her calling. Quad's calling is in theater and acting. You shouldn't be doing reality television no more. You tried to do the clothing for puppies and for fashion and all that, and it didn't work. Quad needs to be an actress. The girl can actually act for real, because the stunts we've seen her pull on this show is Emmy worthy. Now, her alliance with Phaedra, I'm sorry, Quad did a wrong thing by trusting Phaedra. I really feel like Phaedra went behind her back and was telling the other girls that she was saying things that she really wasn't behind the scenes. I think that was her mistake also this season, is trusting Phaedra Creonta Parks. We know Phaedra is a liar. We already seen it get proven this season already. Like, I just don't get how she's so deep in her spirituality, but she just lies about the littlest shit. Like, that to me is crazy. That's why I don't like Phaedra, because she's just a liar. Like, y'all know how Rolly be yelling, I hate liars. She's talking about Phaedra. That's Phaedra. For real, for real. So, Toya was nice in inviting her to the trip because she didn't really even have to, even though I think producers kind of push her to do it. So, but either way, she still low-key could have made the final decision and told her no, especially since they're making the final decision to kick her out this group. All right. I'll never forget when they all voted to not go to Mariah's events, to not invite her to events, so on and so forth. And now that Quad is having that same thing done to her, she's playing this whole, oh my God, all the women are turning against me. It's a coup. They're staging a coup. She doing one of those. No, ain't no coup. Ain't no coup. It's karma coming back. And it's running back tenfold on your ass. And you don't know what hit you. My whole thing is, what's so crazy about this whole show is it's hanging by like a ledge, like a real bad ledge. Heavenly cannot do it on her own. I did watch the interview, not the interview, the review that Heavenly did with Carlos. Carlos is 100% right. Heavenly can't carry this show on her own. A lot of people feel like Jackie needs to go. I don't think so. The reason why I say this is because Jackie is like the educational person of the show. We need her for the medical scenes. We need her for the doctor's appointment scenes. I don't think she should go, to be honest. If anybody, one person I would go is Toya low key, because I don't think she has much more to really show us. And that new girl that you guys brought in that hasn't said a word, clearly she didn't do that much this season because we've barely heard her say anything besides yes and shaking her head like this. Okay, so when they got to the Napa and for the wine, right, and they sat at that table, Quad, you are already coming in with the wrong attitude. Here's my whole thing with Quad too. If you really want a job, if you really want to stay somewhere, why are you acting funny? At least fake it. Quad, we know you know how to act. So I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, I don't have any emotional attachment to the group. Bitch, you better fake it till you make it if you want to stay on this show. Act like you care. It's not that hard. People don't understand. At the end of the day, reality TV is a job. It's our real life. And sometimes with jobs, you have to do work outside of the clock, meaning Quad's biggest mistake this season was not keeping the relationships after the season was stopped filming. Hit up your cast members every now and then. Grab a bite or two. Still catch up with them when you're off season so they can still think you're their friend. And when filming starts, we ate dinner. Remember that time? Yeah. I'm your friend. Duh. I don't get what Quad doesn't get about that. And the amount that they get paid for these shows, they're big. They're not these little app checks that they be getting. They're like 6-figure type checks. So I feel like it's worth it, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck. Like, trust me, people are getting paid way less for way harder and more strenuous work. Quad is a brat. That's just the bottom line. I hate how people are throwing this big old pity party for her and making it seem as if she was just treated like dog crap when you guys literally treated Mariah like literally dog crap when she literally came up with the show. If she wasn't born into this earth, y'all wouldn't even, there would be no Married to Medicine, my love. Like it wouldn't even exist. So that's what you guys get. And that's what you get, Quad, for what you did to Mariah. And I bet you miss her now, Buki, but don't ya? Now, when it comes to them kind of deciding to kind of not want her in the group no more, I think it's a little corny. And if anybody, another person that needs to go is Phaedra. Phaedra, we don't know shit about what you got going on. We haven't seen a boyfriend. And how are you really married to Medicine, my love? That's really what we need to figure out. We haven't seen a boyfriend, no nothing. All we see is that butler. That's it. The butler, the dogs, the sons. That's it. Phaedra, to me, finesses Bravo. And it's because she's very close friends with Andy. Andy loves Phaedra. That's why Phaedra's even on the show to even begin with. It has nothing to do with Quad. It has nothing to do with these other people that's on the show. And that's why I think Quad should have been a little bit more careful with how she kind of interacted with Phaedra, because I really think like Phaedra finessed her out her spot, to be honest. I really do. And I really think that Phaedra didn't need Quad to come on the show. She could have came on through any of them. I think she knew Heavenly before the show, so she could have came through her through like an associate. She could have came through Jackie, because I think she is mutual friends with Jackie or has mutual friends with her. So there could have been a whole lot of ways for Phaedra to come on the show. So she didn't really need Quad. But when Quad sent that confessional, park it, Miss Parks. You gonna park it, Miss Parks? I said, no, you mad because you realize, damn, I had to lead a show and this bitch here, she ain't doing nothing. Nah, baby, you let her finesse you. And Jackie should not go. I really don't think. I hate that when people use that argument. Like, to me, the show needs a balance, and Jackie's that balance that is needed on the show. Sweet Tea, I think, can stay too, because that bitch is crazy, and I don't think her and Greg are gonna last. So I want to see it play out on the show. So I wouldn't want to see her go as well. Now, in this episode, we also see the Simone give her sons, like, I think it was like a condo or like a big apartment complex. I said, must be nice. Oh, Lord, I see what you do for others. I'm like, bitch, them kids don't know how good they have it. It's not even funny. You should be groveling at your parents' feet by how much they pampered and spoiled you. And all they have to do is get a job. I said a job. That's all. All they had to do was get a job. Right? And pay their rent. And they get I think it was one of the sons get 1 year rent free. The other one gets 2 years rent free. I said, I know you lying. By the time you get 2 years rent free, if you play your money card right, you can have 2 years worth of coins saved up to get a whole new apartment and not even live in that place. Like, I gagged. I really gagged at that scene. I said, these kids don't know how good they. It doesn't even make any sense. And I really feel like they're doing them a disservice with that. Because God forbid, I'm telling you, God forbid something happens. And that was really it with Married to Medicine. Phaedra, you should be ashamed of yourself with coming on this show and not, like, you're literally doing what you did when you first came on Atlanta Housewives. Like, you're playing this whole innocent, oh Lord, oh Jesus. Like, well, we know you're not really like that. So it's like, we see through you. And I think that's why I love Heavenly. Say what you want. I don't care what anyone says. I love Heavenly. And that's just that. Okay? I love Heavenly. Because she sees through Phaedra's shit. She could see through somebody's bullshit. I like people like that because she has a good judge of character. So do I. So she can see through the BS when it comes to Phaedra. So that's why you see Phaedra. She moving like a turtle right now. She moving real sly because she knows that certain things she can't get away with when it comes to Heavenly being there. And also, Heavenly said on the thing with Carlos that she told Phaedra begged her not to bring up Apollo or the whole Candy situation. That's the problem right there. That still has something to do with your life because you went away from TV for a couple of years because of that. So that should be a part. Now, it wouldn't be your whole storyline, but if somebody asks you that on the show, that's something we want to know. Why is that off limits? No, you gonna talk about that. Like, that to me is crazy. Like, I don't like when people go around television and they got all these rules and regulations where they can and cannot talk about it. Unless it's legal, then I get it. Because it's like, it's legal. Like, you don't want to put yourself in jail. But if it's legal and it's like real life stuff, you should be able to talk about it. I don't give a fuck. So that's it on Married. All right, let's talk Basketball Wives Orlando. I'm sorry, but Nikki, you're a punk, low key. You let Megan get off way too easy with inviting four. He's talking about getting his butt ate and stuffed in his butt and blew into his butt. They're asking him, how would you let a girl know that you want your WKC? And he gonna put his leg in the air. I said, I know you like it. I would have cussed her straight out. Like, how dare you invite this nigga? You know the trauma that this dude has brought me, all the embarrassment and public embarrassment that he's bestowed upon me. And you think that's going to be cool for you to do that to me and think you could get away with it and think we're going to be cool? You let her get away with that easy scotch. You played a whole different. It's like I'm watching two different. I know I say it every time, but it's literally like I'm watching two different people. Like, basketball, Black Ink Crew Nikki would slap the fuck out of Megan. No shade. Like, popped her. Like, how dare you? Because Megan was being slick. I don't care what nobody says. Megan is a sneaky girl. I swear to God. That girl is slick. She's sneaky. Don't ask Hannah. So it's like she, to me, kind of knows what she's doing. So for Nikki to kind of let her get away with it so easily, it kind of disappointed me because it's like, stand up for it. Stand up. Like, stand up for yourself. Like, you know what she did was wrong. So why would you allow that to happen? When it comes to Danielle and Morgan, I get both sides. So Danielle was mad at Morgan because Danielle feels as if uh, Morgan went ghost because she feels a way about her attending Ashley's autistic kids event. I get Danielle going because it's for the kids, okay? And my tone voice, for the kids. It's for the kids. So it kind of makes sense as to why she would go. Plus, it's a film production for Basketball Wives. It's not like it was outside of the show and she, they had lunch about it. No, it's for the show. So she would look like a piece of crap and Karma would probably eat her up too if you didn't do something else for children. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I think that Danielle's in the right. But when it comes to Morgan's side, what I agree with her is if I don't fought with him, don't fought with him too. But I just think with Morgan, you should have communicated that. You don't go ghost. But I am a hypocrite for saying that because I do the same thing, girl. Like people be knowing what they doing. Like I just go ghost. Like I don't have time to explain to you what's up. So I kind of get why she did what she did, but I just think that it was another way to go about it. So their meet up at the end of the episode, I don't think they're gonna fall out. To me, it seemed like I don't think they're gonna fall. I don't think they've fallen out to this day because when I've been checking Danielle on social media too, I look you want to bring her on the channel. I want to interview Danielle. I like her. I really do not think that they at that scene had an argument that's worth like risking a friendship for or falling out over. It to me just was not that deep, like at all. Okay. So I don't think their friendship's gonna break up, and I don't think it did. Now, Megan in this episode heard that Ashley. So I heard that Ashley was calling my podcast disgusting. So I decided to confront Ashley for calling my podcast disgusting because I heard over there she's running a whorehouse. The reason why, besides the little stuff I'm not gonna say on here that about Megan or whatever, what irritates me about Megan, she reminds me of a little girl. Like, those little annoying little girls that's like, they always like picking at you or like stepping on your shoe. You're a grown adult and they just step on your shoe and run away. Megan gives me a little girl. Okay. So she just does. So she went and confronted Ashley about it. Meanwhile, we see the footage. Ashley was saying this is disgusting about what Ford is saying. Because Ford was talking about how he likes his Debbie cakes eaten and his legs up, derriere out. Okay? So she was saying that's disgusting. But they get to this argument. Y'all know Megan wasn't listening. Ashley was trying to get her point across and was just like, no, I didn't say that your podcast disgusting. Because think about it. Why would she say your podcast is disgusting when Megan's podcast isn't based all about sex? That podcast in itself and that collab was based all about sex, but the Hollywood group chat isn't based just about sex. So it wouldn't even make sense for her to call it disgusting. That's the little girl that I'm talking about. So it's like that irritated me how she wouldn't let Ashley kind of finish her point. And y'all, somebody sent me a picture. I gagged. Ashley, you guys, has done a whole facial transformation. That girl did not look the same years ago. I said, Ashley, when they sent me the picture, I almost fell out. I said, I know you lying. She looked like a completely different person. I don't know if she still has the pictures up on her Instagram, but if she does, you got to scroll all the way down. But Ashley looked like Marissa. Like, I don't know Marissa, but if I knew Marissa, it would look like how Ashley looked before she looks like she does now. Like, for real, for real. I was good. Okay? That was really more so of the stuff that happened in Basketball Wives. And also, Megan went and got, like, this, like, holistic treatment done. I want to get that done. I want to know where she get that done. I'm going to look that up because I want to get that done with Keegan's. Yeah, it looked good. It looked good. Okay. Next I wanted to get into, guys, is Potomac Housewife. So This episode, which the ratings were trash. Let's talk about that. Hot garbage. Let's talk about that. Okay. This episode shows me that that new girl really doesn't belong. Let me tell you why. If you are not interesting outside of conflict, or you don't bring humor outside of conflict, or you're not able to keep a conversation outside of conflict, you don't belong on the show. And that girl, literally, that whole episode was mute. They even tried to get some stuff out of her and try to get her in a conversation mute. Because all she could care about is, your mother submitted my name to a shrine. That whole, that rehearsal line. Like, to me, she just doesn't fit in. She feels awkward amongst the group, and I don't think that she was a good person to cast. And that's Bravo's problem. Now they're starting to cast people like I'm saying I'm not as TV type ways, because y'all casted her based off of the fact that y'all know her and Wendy would kind of clash, because Wendy didn't really want her on the show to begin with. So when y'all kind of peeped that, y'all wanted her more on the show. And look what happened. The ratings are not that high. And not even that, the season's not that interesting either. And Mia, Wendy could have really cussed you out hard that episode. When that bird landed, a black bird, and you said, is that your mama? Now, if she said, oh, you talking about your mama, the crackhead, she would have been mad. She would have been wrong, right? That's the problem with Mia. She thinks it's all fun and games until somebody hurts her feelings and calls her feet big. Like, how would you think that's funny? Regardless if you're friends with her or not, you don't just make jokes about somebody's mom like that, especially when their mom was just being talked about in a negative way. Like, Mia's just a dumb person. Like, she's not smart. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, oh my God. I was shocked Wendy reacted in that way, because she really could have took it there. But if she did, people would have got mad. So you damn if you do, damn if you don't. Thank God she did it, because I really feel like it would have started making Mia cry, because there was 1,001 things she could have said it in reply back to that really would have got you like mad. Okay, so of course in this episode they finally confront Robin as to why her relationship issues went the way that it did, and her not saying it to nobody. And you know, Robin, like, what do you want me to do? Like, you guys want to crucify me? You want to bend my ass? Bend my ass! Bend my ass! Bend me up, then I don't care. I don't care. Like, what do you guys want from me? Like, Karen, I done told you I want to be friends with you, and you just keep talking about me and Juan. Like, Robin does that to distract people from keep talking about it. Basically to be like, she make big movements or be loud so people could stop talking about something, and we gonna still keep talking about it. Like, no, what was wrong was not only you hit it, you talked about other people's stuff and relationship problems. That's the issue right there. It's okay it's one thing to hide your shit, but don't talk about other people's stuff. That's the problem that was with some of the girls in this show, and that's why I don't think she's getting. That's why they're mad, because you hid your problems while talking about other people's problems. That's fucked up. And not even that, the other people's problems were the same problems you were having, infidelity. So that's why they mad. And I don't think she gets that. And I think most of it is especially Candace, because Candace feels away because you're supposed to be her friend. Candace still wants to be their girlfriend. That's out of all of them. I think Wendy could care less about Robin, but Candace still wants to be her friend. You can see it in her eyes. You can see it when she started to get emotional. Like, she actually cares about her. So I think those two could probably make up. But when it comes to Wendy, no. It's been too much damage done. And Robin, don't you ever dare sit there and cry victim. Talk about, I mean, like, what have I done to you guys? Like, I'm like, Robin, please. Like, stop. Please. You and that podcast be sitting there talking all that hot shit, talking about what did I do. It'd be the cap for me, okay? And that was really most of the episode. A lot of it was a lot of sex talk, which, like I said, the new girl couldn't even put herself in that convo and kind of give a good key. not a good fit. Okay, let me know what you guys thought about some of these episodes down below, and we're out, babies.
No personal thing.